Like I mentioned in the previous video I did, my attention is more on the tuition fees because that is what will keep you in the program. That is what will keep you registered, and that is what will keep you running. In today's video, I'm using fees balance, or I'm using tuition fees of 15,000 and less, which means you have to pay about 7,500 each semester for the first semester and the second semester. So let's see how you can raise 7,500 or less depending on your circumstance within the 4-month period. That's from August till December. First of all, before you can pay 7,500 or less as an international student within 4 months, you should have personal savings of about $1,000. Yes, but in the ideal situation, it should be like 2,000. Yeah, about 2,000 in the ideal situation. But things happen and not everyone can raise that amount within the short period where the admission comes and all of that. So you have to have at least $1,000. You can raise this personal savings through your work, through family, through friends, through whichever means, through memberships, but this should be like personal money independent of other sources I'm about to mention. $1,000. So you can convert this into your home country currency. It could be cedis, naira, sefa, any amounts that you think you can convert this to. You should have at least $1,000 from the school itself. This is possible. Some schools like Eastern Illinois University, which is my school, please, if you're looking for a school to apply to this year, please try Eastern Illinois University. It's a very international, student-friendly school. And then Southeast Missouri like this. So there are some schools, whenever you apply or whenever you gain admission, the school itself gives you the deposit of about 2,000 or 1,000. Means that every semester you get at least $1,000 from the International Student Office just for being in school. If you don't find yourself in that situation where your school can give you 1,000, consider your department, send email. Sometimes there will be mini scholarships for research project, grants, 300, 200, 100, add some balances together, and then sometimes speak to the international office itself. They could also have some mini scholarships or giving grad school. They could have some scholarships in honor of some of the alumni who want to help the school. So you can always speak to everyone involved, from the international student dean to the grad school dean, your program coordinator, anyone at all, and add $1 to $1 and make sure that at least you are raising $1,000 from the school itself through whichever means, as long as it's legal. Keep on pushing, keep on negotiating, and make sure that at least you have $1,000 from the school. So now we have 2,000 already. Then how do we raise the remaining 5,500? It's loans. If you are fortunate enough to come from a country where they can sponsor students who want to study abroad, you can apply for loans from your home country. That you write a letter to whichever agency or secretariat responsible for that. Then you put in means according to their requirement, and then tell them the payment plan of how you intend paying back. If unfortunately you can't have access to those kind of loans, you can also seek loans from your bank where you currently bank or invest currently. Unfortunately, the thing is that because you're an international student, oftentimes they'll request that you get an American guarantor or someone with a green card to act as your guarantor before they can give you the loan that you are looking for. In that case, if you have relatives, brothers, sisters, or someone abroad, you can always speak to them to act as guarantor for you to get that loan. But that does not come so easily. So please put that in mind, even as you are using this particular template I'm putting out there. And apart from your bank, there are many agencies and there are many lending avenues or banks online who are ready to give you loans as long as you get a guarantor. So think beyond your bank, look for other places, look for maximum amount they can give before you choose that particular borrowing agency. Okay, so that is with a loan issue. But there's another one which is called Stilt, and other ones I'll be mentioning eventually in my next videos. With Stilt, you don't need an American to act as a guarantor, but you still need a guarantor. So let's say with a loan you get about 2,000 from the loans, because that's also a very sure means of raising money. So you have personal savings of 1,000, you have a school that is giving you 1,000, you have raised 2,000 from loans, now you have $4,000. Yes, so move to the last way, which is credit cards. With a credit cards, you can always access credit cards, and it's a good way of you building your credits as long as you'll be able to pay back. So when you apply for the credit cards, you can get at least 3,500 from the credit cards. So you add that 3,500 to the 2,000 and the personal savings and the money from the school, making 7,500. So now that if you've paid for the 7,500, how do we then pay for the other 7,500 in the second semester? Because since you've taken about 5,500 in credit cards and loans, it will be very difficult for you to get another borrowing agency that would agree to give you more money when you've not already finished paying the previous one. So this is how you can pay for the second semester fees. Like I said, this is where it's very important for you to go into a school or a program that has flexible payment, because within this 4-month period, you have raised the 7,500 to pay for the fees. In that way, you can start the second semester without paying the second semester fees, which can be paid later. For the second semester, between May and August, the long vacation, where it is not compulsory for you to take summer classes, what you can do is that between May and August, that 3-month period, you can apply for CPT. And with CPT, I'll explain later in my next video. With CPT, in Ghana, we call it attachment, or popularly saying, let me say, internships. With that one, it can be done off campus. And with that one, you can work more than the 20 hours, as long as it is in relation with the program that you are doing. So it will be like a practical training for you. I'll explain this further in next video. The more reason why you should subscribe, so that whenever I upload a video, you'll be the first person to see it. Okay, so with the CPT, you can take internships at many organizations. I hope I'm able to gather some of them and share with you in that particular video. So with the CPT, you work for 3 months, you can see about $7,000 from working in that particular period, and then use that money to pay for the fee for the second semester. That's how it works. So it's a very stressful circumstance and a very strenuous situation. That's why I described it as unfortunate, but it has happened to you and life has happened. You have to just continue. So in the next video, I'll give complete details into how you can fund yourself with credit cards and loans as an international student in the US. That is how you pay for the first semester and the second semester. So hopefully by the time you go to second year, life will not be that way. You'd have applied for assistantship, you'd have applied for a scholarship, or your parents or the family that promised to give you money, but have saved enough money to pay for your fees, so you don't go through that this kind of rough and complicated system again. I hope this video has been helpful. Like I mentioned earlier, in this month of March, this is what we are going to be doing, talking about money and financing your tuition, even when you don't have scholarships or you are partially funded. And I'll be happy to receive any questions that you have in the comment section. Please feel free and ask, and I'll be happy to answer them. I hope you enjoyed watching today's videos. Thank you so much for watching.